Each and every day, we do a little better and a little better and a little better. And I think today's numbers are going to impress you. We're going to show our setup one more time and the tiny little update that we did just to get bigger, better, and more helium rewards. So with that, stay tuned. Nerdy dude stuff. For those of you keeping track at home, today's beer of the day is brought to you by Wicked Weed Brewing Company out of Asheville, North Carolina. This is the Milk and Cookies Imperial Stout, brewed with golden raisins, cinnamon, and vanilla, sitting at 8.5% alcohol by volume. When you think milk and cookies in a stout, you think a little bit more of chocolate chip, but this is more of a cinnamon raisin type cookie flavor profile with a bit of the milky creaminess on the back end. I enjoy Wicked Weed, and I will be visiting their brewery in North Carolina in April. This is probably about an 8 out of 10. Cheers to you guys. Someone bought a t-shirt, so you know what that means. Copper, come here. Come here, buddy. There he is. You go, boy. That's for you, because I'm a boy a t-shirt. Shut up, Copper. Thank you. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video about helium mining and all that good stuff. If this is your first time on the channel, please take a moment to consider hitting that subscribe button and turning on the bell notification as we post videos weekly, and we do a stream about helium and perfect placement every Monday at 2 p.m. If I seem a little bit off today, it's because I'm going through a severe case of vertigo. It's the weirdest thing that's ever happened to me, and I just can't keep up in my head, but I can't go another day without doing a video because I want to try to keep bringing content out to you guys, so just bear with me if I seem a little off. On top of that, as of right now, I am farting around on my phone just because I am sending helium from my phone and my helium wallet on the phone to the helium staking wallet, so we can do that on today's video after we talk about the amount of rewards that we've gotten in the past few days. We want to get these earning and growing over on the helium staking, and I wanted to get that done right now so we can get it on video because I saw that transactions were taking a while. So we just had 14.8 helium. We sent 13. You can see up there we had 14. Here's the transaction. 13 are being sent over. I like to leave 1 helium or so in my wallet in case I need to take care of any transactions. So with that being said, we're going to leave that there. Now, we have been helium mining since the beginning of September, and we started off in a very barren, dead area. We were the only 2 miners in the area. We did everything in our power with trial and error, with trying crappy cords, with trying crappy antennas sold on Amazon to get our 2 miners to talk back and forth for maximum rewards. It was a very slow start, and we've videoed and we've documented the entire journey. That way you guys can recreate the successes that we've done today. We've done another small minor change that we should have done a long time ago to help increase the rewards, and we're going to go over that today on screen as well. So with that said, let's jump on over. Let's take a look at the rewards. I'll just briefly touch on the setup that I have just in case this is your first time finding my channel and you want to get better at this. You don't necessarily need the miners that I have, but the antenna and the cable and all that placement will do you very well. So let's jump over to the screen and take a look, shall we? Beer. Oh man, what's that doing here? Shameless plug for a Shut Up Copper t-shirt. Get it in sizes all the way up to 5X over in the link down below. Oh man, silly me putting that up on the screen. Anywho, today we're currently sitting at a flat even $50 on helium, which is exciting because when we first got into the project, we were at like $12, and now we're sitting at $50.11, and I could probably see this token jumping up over 100. So that is why we aren't cashing out or selling anything. We're moving our helium over into the staking so we can continue to earn, and we are very, very happy and excited to do that. Now, let's go and look at my results here. So every time we do a stream, we try to talk about the perfect amount of helium that you can get on a day-to-day basis, on a week-to-week basis, and on a 30-day basis. If you've been part of my streams, when people ask for advice, if I see anyone that's made 10 helium or more in 30 days, I consider that a successful setup. Also, we talk about potentially targeting a 2.5 to 3 helium per week range, and that's something that we've been working on as well. Computer's running a little bit slow. Maybe my computer's suffering vertigo as well versus myself. But you can see here we are zooming into my area, and if you go back and watch one of my original videos or on the playlist, you know and you could see that my area literally started off with this miner, which is mine, and this miner, which is mine as well, and now we have this nice patch around us. And because we have that nice patch around us, we have seen a massive increase in the rewards, which have been fantastic. So let's go to a 30-day time frame And look at this. In the past 30 days, we have 2 miners and we are sitting at 20 helium in 30 days. That is the goal. That is the perfect setup, in my opinion, with yesterday and the day before being the highest days I have ever had. We had a 1.67 helium day, and the day before that we had a 1.68 helium day, with most of the past week being over 1 helium. And I had made a comment about, I think between 2.5 helium to 3 helium a week is a nice average number for your miners to be at. I have 2 miners and they're sitting at the past 7 days of 6.675 helium, which are outstanding. And you can see as the network has grown, or as my area has grown in the past 30 days, where the increase in helium has come. And this has been beauteous. So we're going to click on each miner individually here for just a moment to see how they have improved with their witnesses. Brief Taupe has gotten 10.93 helium in the past 30 days. And again, that's over that 10 helium range. And you can see now most of the successes are coming from the stuff that's around me. So we've got 10 witnesses in the past 5 days. We've got all these here. And remember, this is the miner that has a 5.8 rack wireless antenna, one of these bad boys. Both of my miners have the exact same antenna, exact same LMR 400 cable with the exact same length. So if you want to recreate these setups, and one of the miners next to me, we talk on Twitter, he was using an 8.0 and his signal was too powerful and he was getting invalid witnesses from myself because of the overpower of his 8.0. So he's now also dropped himself to a 5.8. We're going to see if that is on screen as well when we look at his rewards. But this is this house, Brief Taupe Fox, has the 5.8 in my attic, 8 meters in the air, and before it was getting witnesses 92 kilometers away. But now that the network is growing around me and there's more miners around me to witness, we are sitting here looking at some beauteous numbers. 0.73 in the past 24 hours. We're over that 3.0 in 7 days that I talked about, so 3.178. And then in the past 10 days, we're just shy of 11, which we're in the past 30 days, we're just shy of 11, which we're going to easily hit 11 in the next day or so, with some of our big days being at 0.75, 0.82, and 0.8. So that's sitting at $548 in the past 30 days on one miner. Remember, these miners are $500 a piece. This one's paid itself off already, which is fantastic. Looking at our other miner, and this is where I'm going to show the miner change that I made. Haha, miner change, get it? We are so close to this one getting over that 10.0 in the past 30-day range. And look at all the ones that this is hitting. This is back and forth with hitting our main one as well. That was a big thing that we wanted to adjust and fix. And this one is just about to pull 1 full helium in 24 hours. And you can see in the past 7 days, this one's had 3.5, which is again over that 2.5 to 3 range. In the past 30 days, we are now getting ourselves back up to, we're getting ourselves up to 10.0 or more. This miner we've had a lot of problems with in the beginning, and I think because of the one change that we just made is we're starting to see these consistent numbers with the consistent growth, and it's very, very exciting. Holy crap, there's 5 miners down here. We'll spread those bad boys out in this area so that way we can get maximum rewards. So let me show the exact change that I made. When I first installed this antenna, you can see there it's that 5.8 rack antenna. This is about 3 to 4 meters in the air. I posted this one at a slant. So it was pretty much slanted like this, and there really wasn't much I could do or figure out at that time, and it was like 95 degrees out to get that antenna straight. Well, as of a few days ago, my father-in-law and I went back up there and we straightened this bad boy out. Now, this is perfectly straight, perfectly level, so it is sending that signal out where it needs to go versus sending signal down into the ground and up into outer space. And making this one little adjustment, every little adjustment we have made has given us some significant number increases. And you can see here, which we had it unplugged for a little bit, right around here. Well, actually, just after Halloween, we adjusted it, and now you can see it's getting up here to where it's almost getting 1 full helium a day. So just those minor changes has increased and improved the signal and what we can see. And you can see here in the rewards what we're getting as well. Let's see if we if this sent out just yet. I need to do a refresh because we want to get this helium over on the staking. If we can't show it on video, then I'm not going to sweat it. I'd rather just show the improvements that we have made to the network. Let's do a quick zoom in real quick into here to see one of the miners that just switched themselves over to a 5.8 as well. And then also for those of you guys wondering if you need to get a really good cable, also don't forget there is still some Miles sites available over on Helium Art. Use code NERDYDUDESTUFF in the link description to save yourself a small percentage. If you order them now, you still can potentially get them by very late January, beginning of February. And then I have heard that there's probably going to be another small batch of ordered, so make sure you get yours over there. But also, if you want, usacoax.com, you can build your cable there. People always ask me this. There's a length selector, and then there's a calculator on like how much dBi loss you get. But when you're building your antenna, they pretty much plug and play it for you here. So the connection that goes to your hotspot side, you want the RPSMA male. It's going to be an extra $5 in your cable. And the connection going into your antenna, for the most part, you don't want to have extra adapters or anything like that. You just want to get the N-type female for $5 as well. And length is whatever you want for the length. You can build that yourself. So go there. But yeah, so let's jump back into here real quick because I wanted to look up my buddy who just switched over his 8.0 to the 5.8. I know he flatlined for a few days, which is kind of a bummer. And maybe if he didn't reboot the miner after, oh, but look at that, 5.8. Look at all those witnesses you're rocking now, which is pretty solid. And now you're up to 0.5 today. But yeah, I know you flatlined for a day or two, but you're doing much better now, especially since you made that switch over. So good job on you. You are hitting both of my miners, which is awesome. I think both of my miners are hitting you. So it's really good that we are neighbors and we are getting those maximum rewards. My wife just sent me a honeydew list. Yep, so cool. All right, let's see if we got our 14, or what did I say, 13 helium over here. That way we can get this staked. Not yet. I do know that these are going pretty slow, so we will, when we get this sent over, and this is what I did at the very beginning of the video, we sent over 14 helium, or 13 helium to stake that as well. As of right now, we're sitting at 21.12. You can see we did a 12 helium send over and then a 9 helium send over when there's fees and all that jazz. But if you guys join in the link below, you'll save 15% on the fees, yada, yada, yada. We're going to go to the staking calculator. So if we're at 21, we sent 13. So that's going to be 34 helium that we're going to be making, that we're going to be staking. And of course, every single time we stake helium, we earn helium, we are going to send it over here. So we're going to be at 34 helium, and we're just going to populate the pools numbers, bink, 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 calculate estimates after halving. Yep, that sounds fine. So then with our 34 helium in there, we're going to be making at a 8% APY. We're going to be just earning 0.007 a day with the fees and everything, 0.0070294, making about 0.05 helium a week, a quarter of a helium a month, and we'll be making 2.71 helium a year, which at the current price is 50. So with that 34 helium and just shy of, we're basically 2 3/4 of a helium, or 2.5 helium. So we'll be making $125 a year just on having 34 in there. So we're going to keep growing that and keep staking as we wait for that price to rise. And if you guys want to jump into that, I wish I could show the actual staking now, but we could show the results of that here in a week or so. Let's just do one more friendly refresh to see if we have anything pending on our balance, which we don't. So I know the transactions are going slow, so probably we'll get that back later, and so on and so forth. Anywho, that's going to do it for me today, guys. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to reach out to me on Telegram, Twitter, or Discord. Link for that stuff is in the description of this video. If you have a similar setup to mine or you plan on recreating my setup, let me know in the comments below. Again, it doesn't really matter about the miners that you have. It's really about those antennas and those cables. We have had issues with our Bobcat miners with going down, but we do fortunately have the opportunity to reboot them and fast sync them through the IP address. Not sure if you can do that with stuff like racks or your cal chips or your the whatever wallets, and hopefully we can with the mile sites when we get that in, which I can't wait to get that in probably within another 2 weeks or so we can do that unboxing video. So, which is really important, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm O'Prius, and we'll see you guys next time.